Imagine a world where everyone speaks the same language, where humanity is united with one goal, one purpose. Now, imagine that goal being a direct challenge to God.
That's exactly what happened in the story of the Tower of Babel. But was this just a myth, or could there be historical truth behind this ancient event? And what does this story teach us about human ambition, pride, and the limits of our own power? Let's dive in. The story of the Tower of Babel is found in Genesis 11 verses 1 to 9. After the Great Flood, humanity was once again growing, and they all spoke one language. They migrated to the land of Shinar, an ancient region that many scholars associate with Mesopotamia, modern-day Iraq.
Led by a powerful ruler named Nimrod, the people decided to build something astonishing, a tower that would reach the heavens. But why?
Their reasoning wasn't just about architecture or progress, it was about making a name for themselves, securing their own greatness, and proving their independence from God. Instead of spreading across the earth as God commanded, they wanted to gather in one place and build a city with a tower that symbolized their dominance. This was more than just a tower, it was a symbol of human pride, self-sufficiency, and rebellion against God.
Now, how was the Tower of Babel built? The Bible gives us a clue.
They said to each other,
"Come, let's make bricks and bake them thoroughly."
They used brick instead of stone, and tar for mortar. Unlike the great Egyptian pyramids built with massive stone blocks, the Tower of Babel was built using fired bricks and bitumen, tar, as mortar. This suggests an advanced understanding of construction materials for the time. For context, the tallest building in the world today is the Burj Khalifa in Dubai, standing at 828 meters, 2,717 feet. If the people of Babel had modern technology, could they have built something just as high? Maybe. But as we'll see, God had other plans.
So, what was wrong with the Tower of Babel? Was it the height? The ambition? Not exactly. The problem wasn't the tower itself.
Genesis 11 verses 7 to 8 says,
"Come, let us go down and confuse their language so they will not understand each other." So the Lord scattered them from there over all the earth, and they stopped building the city.
Imagine the chaos. 1 minute, everyone is working together, and the next, they can't understand each other. This confusion forced them to abandon the project and spread across the world, forming different nations and languages.
Today, we have over 7,000 languages worldwide, and linguists still debate how they originated. Could Babel be the key? While science attributes language differences to gradual evolution, the Bible tells us that human pride led to this sudden division. But the real lesson of the Tower of Babel isn't just about languages, it's about human pride and our tendency to trust in our own abilities rather than in God.
Think about it, how often do we build our own towers? Relying on wealth and status instead of trusting God, prioritizing our own ambitions over God's purpose for our lives, trying to control everything instead of surrendering to His will. The Tower of Babel reminds us that no matter how advanced we become, without God, our greatest efforts are meaningless. So, what about you? What towers are you building in your life? Are you trusting in your own strength, or are you seeking God's plan? So, what about you? What towers are you building in your life? Are you trusting in your own strength, or are you seeking God's plan?
If this story challenged you, let's continue the conversation in the comments. What do you think about the Tower of Babel? Do you see evidence of its impact today?